And Theron accidentally ended the live instead of unmuting himself.
Sorry, guys.
One big button and then another big button right beside
We
you.
are using a new streaming platform.
I don't like this StreamYard or Riverside, sorry, at all. This has been nothing but a pain in the ass compared to the other ones.
It's just getting it set up too.
There's always some hiccups. On the next episode, if it's this bad. Ooh, baby.
Frick sakes.
But we're back.
Oh, well. We're getting there figured.
It was in our notes, and we were talking about Big D lots earlier. A lot of confusion around Big D with some people who like don't follow us that well. They'll see a lot of YouTube. You'll see a lot of comments like, "Oh, I thought this was electric. Oh, isn't that like electric?" And it's like, no, this is the mechanical. Are you guys doing a video specific to those people? I know you have done a couple, but
yeah, we'll do some videos addressing. We've done a lot of explaining the plan. The problem is you can't watch everything.
yeah. No, there's a lot going on for sure.
Matthew says wrong button, and that is totally correct. Wrong button.
Yeah, for those of you rejoining us, we hit the wrong button and accidentally ended the live.
I did, yeah. We're getting used to the new platform.
It's okay there. It's okay. We have to have a talk about this later, but it's okay for now. Just kidding.
Whoa. What the heck?
More issues?
Oh, I'm just on YouTube and it's showing that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 upcoming lives.
Oh, so it's a bunch of split up ones?
Yeah, it is showing that we're good though.
Okay.
How do I get out of this public chat? Go to our show notes. They're no longer there.
All right. So where were we at? Because I have lost track now. It's been a long couple months. Oh, like it's been a very exciting few months. It's been great, but it's been a long couple of months.
This one I'm definitely curious about. Investors Day. When is that? When's the plans?
Investor Day is on the 26th of September. So that's going to be I think it's 26th. It's a Saturday. Might be the 28th, but I'm 90% sure.
Yeah.
Perfect. So it's on the 26th. That's going to be a good day. We're going to have a nice little bonfire, fire bans notwithstanding. But we get to everyone together. We're going to be showing off Big D. Rich is bringing out the pickup truck, I've heard.
Nice.
He's been out driving around all weekend in that.
That is the plan.
I've seen a few videos. Looks pretty good.
He's got to heal up.
More things on the pickup kit.
He's got to heal up. He's getting his ankle replaced or fused or some major
he's going in for surgery here next week, I think. So he's going to be down for like a month or two, which does put the cross Canada road trip with it on hold until a little later. But
yeah, very excited for Investors Day. I hope a lot of people come out. It was a great time last year, so got to do that again.
Chase put on social media that we may drive the bed truck through a boat. The property came with a boat.
I thought I'm the most liked comment on that video, aren't I?
That's not mine. Yeah, all right. I'll let you do it.
Oh, what you said? It's fine.
I made my own comment. And we're like, let me do it. Because then I realized after posting it that I kind of wanted to do it. But
well, get something else to smash. Get two things to smash.
Fine. We'll smash multiple things with the bed truck.
Yeah,
but it should be pretty good. So we're in the morning. We're allowing camping. It includes a couple nights of camping, so you can get in on the Friday, camp out on the property. Then Saturday morning, we're having some coffee, getting ready. We're gonna obviously do a little tour of the property here, tour of the new shop. We'll be going through the new trucks, showing you the new technology, the improvements, what's different, what's new. Then we have a big question and answer session, big Q&A section, where we're gonna get some of the either directors or executives, some of the influential people in Edison up on stage, and we're going to let all the investors ask those questions like, hey, what's going on? What's your plan? And we can just answer those questions in real time. We go through the whole presentation, what's happening, and then afterwards we have a nice dinner, and then it's a big hangout session at the bonfire, which for legal reasons is an after the event, after Investor Day ends and people want, they can stick around and hang out.
That's it's over, but by the way, I'm over here on my free time having a fire over here separately.
The Investor Day is over, but if you want to come hang out at my house.
Yeah. As a friend.
It's the joys of living on the property, but it's, yeah.
There's another thing I think we're trying to test the property out for doing events and getting Investors Day better a little year by year, as well as the go-kart challenge and and that. We do have some people coming out next month just to do a trial. They're bringing their cars out and they're doing a trial little rally car thing. So that could potentially end up being something. And we are also the Mountain Motorsports in town has started to build a motocross track back there.
Yeah, that's exciting.
That is exciting.
It's pretty cool. Like
Theron's been working on that. Went out with I helped them out with the little grader and the loader a little bit, but it'd be kind of cool. It's like, yeah, man, every motocross track is shutting down. In this like the one in Calgary's closing. I've heard Popgun's closing. Like they're all kind of
sport.
Well, developers keep buying up the land, and then well, you know what that'd be better served is, or it's too close to residential and people are complaining and we're not renewing their business permit, or this guy that owns the land sold it off and now, so yeah, I think it's sounds like a great thing as long as they carry their liability insurance. Obviously, we'll carry our own too, just in case, but
and
I like the idea of having more motorsports.
It gives us practice at dealing with events too. As we grow, they're probably going to grow. So they do their motocross thing, and maybe we'll figure out how to have some campsites or just build the property up to be able to handle that kind of stuff slowly and not take away from the business. And
I actually used to race motocross, and I'm like, man, that'd be pretty sweet to go out there. But I feel like I'm getting old now. I think a tumble would hurt a lot more than it did when I was 17, 18 racing motorcycles. So.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that. I'm on the list
I think I might get a little hurt, but hey, I might try it when I'm out there. So.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be kind of cool. They were talking about like, yeah, we could have like we got 300 acres. We could have like a little mini music festival or something like that. Be cool for trade shows, because trade shows are getting so expensive. People have been reaching out and be like, hey, what if we have like an equipment show, an equipment demonstration where producers bring in all their heavy equipment. We got a gravel pit. They can show it operating, show those features. Like using the property for a little bit of additional income on the land that we're not utilizing at this point is great. And the nice thing about that is that it's non-committal, because we don't want to like develop it into permanent things and like, hey, we're going to let you build a permanent factory here, because if we're going to, at the future, get to the point where Western Star was, then obviously we're going to need to utilize that space. But we don't know when we're getting there, so why not, in the meantime, bring some additional revenue, use that property, and go with that.
I love these stuff, and I hate every now and then you'll see a comment. I shouldn't read them because it gets me, but someone will be like, oh, like, just focus on the truck, just focus on the truck. And it's like, you don't understand how many companies get investor money. Well, there's time off. They take the investor money. They go partying. They go do other things. Edison's like, hey, with our extra time and commitment, we'll get other income streams for Edison Motors. Like,
we have
it's such a good thing.
We have 35, give or take 1 or 2 employees. Like,
yeah,
when
so much going on.
Chace isn't out there sitting there on CAD models when we're on that stage doing the CAD, and so many other different, I guess, situations or scenarios. Like, we can do other things while the people who are dedicated on our team to handle that point can do that. Like,
but again, it's like
I
the
don't
motocross guys. Those
comments,
guys are the ones setting that up, and the other people set their things up and their events. Like, people that want to host events set that up. It's not a crazy time crunch. We're not getting into totally different business models here.
Yeah. But again, the additional income, I think it's a very smart thing, and you guys should definitely keep doing it. So.
Like, how do you have time to make these videos? Like, we have
you see those comments too. That's not just me losing my mind.
We have 2 full-time editors, as well as myself, cameraman, as well as we have a sound design guy. Like, we can film something, and then I don't even have time to edit anymore. I have guys that do that, so we can make videos without taking all of Chace's time.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell how busy the company is too, based on the frequency of the how the videos I'm posting. It is kind of interesting on that. Like, there is a lot of time where I'm not making videos, and people seem to think that the busy times are like, man, things are really busy. You're making a lot of videos, and you're like, no, I actually had a little bit of a downtime there for this afternoon to go out and make a few videos.
Yeah, exactly.
We've been doing a lot more driving around. That's been great.
It is. We're ticking off the little boxes. Like, we got to say, about that. In the last video, everyone's like, what? No HVAC and heat or air conditioning. Then we got to address that.
Oh, we did the video right away, like, because obviously we're excited. We roll the truck out of the shop, but we didn't have the HVAC unit that goes in there installed yet, because we weren't really worried about heating or air conditioning. It's installed now. It's all in there. There was a little open spot in the dash that you could see it's missing, and the vents were missing, but it is installed. The heating and defrost is now hooked up. It's in there. Everything is now working. There's also a couple of videos, if you've seen, it's like some of the program. Mike from Cummins hadn't been out yet. So Cummins has now been out since that video where they've gone through it. They've told us everything we need to fix, everything we need to improve. It's a process through Cummins called the IQA, Internal Quality Assurance. And it's part of going over the programming, the designing, and we've gotten some of that code. So like speedometer, because the transmission communicates to the ECM, and then we need to relay that to our truck speedometer. So we need the code. Well, that's activated now. Fuel tanks, TAC wasn't working. The DEF sending unit wasn't working, and like 2-3 other little gauges. But I think we've got full gauges working, speakers. It's all of these little things that they were kind of finishing up in the programming and wiring now that just need to be done before. Like, obviously, yeah, turn signals, brake lights, all of that's now working. Horn. We still need to get the E-log working, but that's a different program entirely. We were trying to get an E-log on the screen. It might just be a normal E-log that just communicates to the ECM with Bluetooth for now, because obviously we're prioritizing the more important things.
I'm so glad I got out of trucking before e-logs became a thing.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
Same.
I have, so with this new Riverside FM, I was able to, like, weeks ago, in preparation of this podcast, upload some pictures. Can you guys see that picture?
Yep.
Is it the whole screen?
Yep.
So that's cool, and I can have preloaded videos. So here's some images of us for those watching the stream of us out on the test track. That truck is so sexy.
So sexy. That's
It's
crazy.
funny, like Mike or Jack Madden there did an awesome job taking those pictures, but the pictures are almost too good. People are like, those are AI,
like,
and you're like, no, those are actual pictures.
Yeah,
it looks like the renders.
It does look like the renders, but like, I guess that's also kind of a good thing, is like our truck looks like the concept renders. How many times do you see where somebody puts out a concept render and then builds the vehicle and it doesn't look like it? The fact that like people couldn't tell the difference between our truck and the concept renders, all right, I'll take that.
The one that hurt me the most was the Ford Bronco. I remember like 2016, I think the renders came out and they looked so good, and then when the Bronco came out, I was like, fine, I don't even care.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it speaks for Daniel's rendering ability. His
Guy's good.
He is so good at those renders, and Jack is a fantastic photographer, videographer.
I've been liking all the comparing to like the W900 and the Western Star 6900. You guys putting up the stats and everything. I thought that was pretty neat. You get to see
It's kind of interesting to show like, yeah, the size comparison, and like the biggest feedback we get, because we do tours now too. That's one of those things that we do property tours. We have an on-site merch store, and we do tours of the property where a lot of times you can see the truck and see things going on. But everyone's first comment was, wow, that's a lot bigger than I expected. Man, that truck is huge. And you're like, I had to show the comparisons to try and give a concept and a feedback. Or like, if you compare it to like the Western Star 49 or 6900 XD or the Kenworth C500, the big Pacifics, like the Pacific dwarfed our truck.
Yeah.
But if you compare it to those kind of trucks, like the industry that it's in, it's very comparable. But if you compare it to a highway truck, it is a monster.
Yeah.
Like compared to a Peterbilt, like 389, cool.
Giant. No, it's hilarious.
To touch on those tours again, I'm going to try another feature with this. Hopefully I don't accidentally end it. But we have, there we go. So on our website, we have the facility tours. And my wife is away for a month, so you cannot book them that day anymore. But there's a calendar. You go and you would pre-book your tour. And it will give you times to select. And then you fill out your information and come out on location. We get you to sign a liability waiver. They take about 30 minutes to an hour, depending, and it's $50, and you can have as many people as you want. Children are free, but when it's $50 for as many people, I don't think that is a factor anymore. So yeah, So that's how you get a facility tour on our website. There.
Yeah, and we did have to start
Nice.
charge for the tour. A couple people are like, "Why are you charging for the tours?" You're like, "Well, because it takes an hour of somebody's time to go do the tours, and we got to cover their wages."
A couple weeks ago, we had 7 tours in one day.
No way.
Yeah, and those tours were multiple people, and then so my wife does the merch store, but she also does other things like help Katie with accounting, do the books and things like that. So when she is her whole day spent doing tours, she can't be working, and if can't be doing other jobs, and so we had to be able to cover her wage, and it's not always her that does it; it can be other people depending on people's availability. Well,
Topsy's new job. You're putting a little deck on there with nice little chairs, and that thing should do your tours. Just load people up in Topsy in the back, and just drive around the property. And that's all Topsy does now. Tours in the yard.
That's such a liability, Jordan.
No, I know, but it'd be so cool.
You do get to go see Topsy though. Topsy's parked there right beside Carl, so we'll tell you the kind of the history if you don't already know it. And now that the BDE Royal is around, and so you get pictures with some trucks. We can't promise that you're going to see like Chace. Chace is a very busy person, and he's not always available. But if he is available, we try and snap a picture with you and him. But yeah,
I try and say hi when I can, but it is a very, very busy thing running Edison.
The merch store is not open on Saturday and Sundays, but that said, we live there, and my number's on the door. So if you show up and call me, there's a good chance I can come and help you out, but it's not a guarantee. Yeah. Okay.
That was our list.
What other updates? The big things going on.
My dog chased a bear off the property the other day.
That was wild. Yeah, we had a bear in the shop.
I wonder if I
The bear was in the shop?
Yeah, the bear was like right at the shop.
Oh, no way.
I screwed up and didn't have this pre-done. I'm gonna try and get try and get this video up. I took a drove around the store, the shop, seen that there was a bear there, and I was driving down to the river to camp in a tent with my kids, and Baloo was chasing me, like running beside the pickup, and then he saw the bear, and my dog is 10 months old, but he's a Great Pyrenees. And so he shouldn't be fighting bears yet, but he has the instinct. We could tell right away because he just ran that bear down, biting its ass the whole way across the property. I'm like, oh, my dog's gonna get killed. The bear's like a pretty good size, and so it's 40% uploaded. I'm gonna try and play that video.
There is too many bears around. It is crazy. Like we have
a few bears. Quite a few bears here. Yeah,
I know. A big thing for us, I think it was during COVID, like the American bear hunt got canceled. And I say the American bear hunt, but like there's guides that do bear hunts up here, and it's mostly just Americans that come. And since they haven't been coming since COVID, there's bears everywhere here now. Like it's crazy.
Oh, this is a question I want to address from Matthew. He's asking, are you still planning to make semi-truck retrofits like Carl's to convert other semis? So where it comes to it under CMVSS, we would have to certify the entire truck, which means doing the full testing. If we just say, hey, we're going to do the kits ourselves, we can sell all the parts to do it. Like Ford sells a crate engine. We can sell axles. We can sell things. This applies to the pickup truck too. In the pickup side of things, we're going to build what's called an incomplete chassis. It's the base models to certify it because you have to certify the parts under CMVSS to make sure all of those parts are legal. And the way you do it is you build a vehicle and you certify it in that vehicle. Then from there, you can sell those parts. So then somebody could go and order batteries, controller, and they could order all of the parts for the driveline and then install those parts themselves if they're so inclined to do that. That's how you would do a kit. It's not a kit, but it's a crate part. Something.
And like for people who are like, oh, I couldn't do that myself. You know, there's going to be shops popping up once there's that much out there that are going to be doing this.
And there's the installer network of like people that act and like service our vehicles, work on it. As we get into production, we're going to be getting those trained up. Those might be an option. They're not us doing it. They'd be someone else. Obviously, take what I say with a grain of salt here. These rules seem overly complicated. The biggest headache we have had have been government rules and regulations. It is still something that I want to really work towards. It's something I believe in. But man, these rules and regulations are a pain, so we're going to try and do it.
We're doing our best to navigate it.
Yeah. Trying to answer another question. Michael Anderson How are you getting on with Environment Canada and hybrid full approval? Yes, it is all sorted. We have our Environment Canada approval to build our hybrid semi-trucks.
With the Cummins X15.
With the Cummins X15. We're still working on the Scania. It's still something I believe in, but going through it with the Cummins X15, yes, we can build and sell hybrids. That's why, as we said in the previous one, in the next trucks, 66% of the trucks in the next build are going to be hybrid. 2 out of the 3 trucks will be hybrid because we can now legally build them things.
That is very exciting.
Okay, let me try and do this. So there is audio in here. I was pounding Chromio. I went to a festival 2 weekends ago, and now I got Chromio in my head, but let's see if I can play this.
Well, let's get him.
He bites him in the ass.
Oh, he's going at him. He was really going at him there.
There's Blue, and keep in mind that my dog is 10 months old. Like,
that's crazy.
He's like, right? Yeah, so that worked. Good, we know that.
Honestly, that was awesome.
That was awesome.
Good boy. Good dog.
Good dog. I mean, he kept it away from the shop there because, like, that is right at the shop where we build the truck. So, didn't think that was a work-safe issue we had to worry about. But yeah, bears in the shop.
We didn't really find the Scania was necessarily too small. It depends on the use case application.
It depends on use case. There is some use case where the Scania is too small. There's other use cases where the Scania and the 9 liters is exactly what you want. They also make a bigger Scania too. I really like the Scania. I really like the European engines. I think that more variety is better. I liked back in the day in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s where you could get a Kenworth with either a Cummins or a Cat or a Detroit, and you could choose what truck with what engine and what transmission and what driveline you wanted. And so, like, I would love to be able to build a truck with a big old V8. It's legal in Europe. It's legal in South America. It's legal in Australia. Like, it's just not legal in Canada right now. But I really, really want to work on that.
And they have the 770 that we saw in Europe, and it is a badass engine.
That's a big motor.
Yeah, it's a 16 liter, so it's only 1 liter more than the Cummins. But the Europeans can sure pack the power out of their engines.
Yeah, they get the horsepower.
Horsepower, torque. But I am so excited. Things are going really, really good here.
They are.
People have been reaching out. Like, we've had a lot of people now that are like reaching out, trying to buy one. I wanted to reiterate that one is that we're not selling any of the BDEs right now. We've already sold it. We're building the ones that we've already sold. Like Tokel's the next one. We sold that like a year ago. We're just going into that now. I don't want to promise a lot of sales. People have been asking, and they're like, wow. One of the comments we had is, you would have more investor confidence if you did a whole lot of pre-orders. Okay, but we know people want to buy these trucks.
Yeah.
Anybody in this trucking industry knows that there is a demand for these heavy C500s, this Western Canada spec. There is a demand for a truck built the way we built our trucks. Even if it's not, they're like, oh, well, you're building some mechanicals. How does the demand for the hybrid? We know that, okay, there could be demand for the hybrid. How's the demand for the mechanical? Like, every truck is a mechanical. There is so many thousands and hundreds of thousands of these trucks sold per year. Trying to just pre-order and then stress to build it and get the sales right now, in my mind, doesn't make sense. Just do that little trial production run. Get those things dialed in. Then once you do this and you have all of the things, you know you can build it, you know how long it takes to build, you've got your full government approval from Transport Canada on them all, you have all of your time, your total cost, and you know your margin on each truck and where you can sell them for, that is when it is time to do the pre-orders, because then you are reasonably close. Like, one of the big piss-offs to me is when I reserved the Tesla Semi, I waited for like 5 or 6 years between, like, I had enough. I gave you thousands of dollars as a deposit. I've had enough. Give me my money back. I don't want to make people wait 2 to 3 years. Hopefully not 5 years, definitely. But I think it's a crazy thing to take a bunch of pre-orders just to make investors happy. If investors don't know that big, heavy trucks sell and that there's a market for it, they shouldn't be investing in Edison to begin with.
That's for sure.
I think that kind of covers it. Is there any other questions here
that's
in
most
the
of our list.
chat?
I think we got her for now.
Still can't see the chat.
You can't see it? Go to chat and then go public chat.
Yeah,
you're on your phone.
Yeah, the phone. I think
That's
is
right.
messing with me. I'll try to get my laptop sorted out after this. But...
Yeah, apparently we got like 122 people watching.
Nice. Thanks.
Yeah, they must have a couple of questions here. Take the next couple minutes.
For such a messy live, that's pretty good for how.
For losing it halfway through, having a rough start, starting an hour late because we tried to figure out the new studio and.
Hold on here, I gotta change it to anyone. Let's try this again. More people will be able to comment. I mean, usually we have it set to members only, except for streaming to Facebook as well. So I think Facebook may have snuck through. I gotta figure this out better. I'm a crappy admin today, admittedly.
You're usually so good. You make up for it in other ways.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
All right. Well, yeah. Oh, other big update I forgot about, electrical. So, you guys, yeah, you may have seen I made a video a while back on BC Hydro, where I'm like, I was getting a little pissed off because BC Hydro, yeah, they weren't approving our permit. There was 7,000, still is, 7,000 megawatts of industrial companies looking for connection to the electrical grid. Whether that is mines or sawmills or manufacturing, just people in industry that make things that need to be connected to power. 7,000 megawatts, 7 gigawatts. Site C Dam has a capacity of like 1 point. Like there's a lot of demand for power. And instead of connecting those, fucking BC Hydro decided, you know what we need? Let's reserve a bunch of capacity for AI data centers. At the same time that they were posting videos to saying, hey, you need to lower your water usage. Make sure you use a low flow shower head. Make sure you cut back on your water, cut back on your electricity. That was their public messaging. Well, at the same time, they were promoting all of these AI data centers to be built, which use a ton of water, which use a ton of electricity, and approving those. Well, there's things like sawmills. Like their whole argument for data centers are like, it's going to create jobs. AI data centers do not create that many jobs for the amount of power that they use. Oh, well, it creates construction jobs. So does building the goddamn highway, and it doesn't create power. So does building a new hospital, and then that hospital employs doctors and other people, and we can use that electricity for those kind of applications. So I did a video up calling them out. I'm like, yeah, our shop still doesn't have power. We still don't have the ability to connect. Well, I posted that, and 2 days later, BC Hydro reached out, and they said, hey guys, can you take that video down? And we took the video down, and then the next day our electrical permit got approved. So now next week here, the parts have arrived. The electricians are going to start wiring up the shop, which we have been waiting a while for. If you remember, we poured that concrete a while ago. Now we've been waiting for electricity. So over the next, he's kind of figuring end of September. Well, that was the last feedback, but some of the parts were delayed an extra couple of weeks, so we'll see if we get it done by the end of September, but HVAC, lighting, over the next 2 ways. So at least we have our approval, and electrical will start be going in. TELUS is also running fiber out, so we'll be getting high-speed internet, which right now we're running all off of Starlink, so that'll be a nice thing. So the infrastructure really is improving out here.
Nice.
Yeah, we have to rent an office in town for me just to have high-speed internet because my videos are so big. I do want to just quickly, Joe's Morgue says, please don't lock me out of the comments, and I gotta explain why we do that. Is sometimes we'll have, when we have 700, 1,000 plus viewers at the same time, the comments come in so fast that we can't address them. So that's just a way for us to slow down the comments so that we can read them.
We go to members only, and people that subscribe have the first sake of the comments, and
then
Michael says it'll be snowing before we're in our new shop. Yep, that seems probably the way it goes. Like, I hope not. I hope not. But also, we still need to order the new parts because we haven't ordered the new parts for the truck. We're letting the engineers do a full design. Well, as one of the big shifts that I'm excited about on these next builds is that when we built Big D, we were kind of designing as we were building, which is great during a prototype because it's, I think, resulted in the quality truck that we have. if you are able to change things on the fly and you decide, hey, I would like this part. Ooh, mechanics don't really like it. Mechanics don't really like where it's fitting. Oh, we saw an issue here. We are able to change that part and put that part, a different part in, or move the location based on what was real, what's accessible. That's resulted in an amazing truck with some good feedback. The next trucks we want to build not that way, because we've done that. We know what the parts are. We know where they're going. We're allowing the engineers to get caught up a little bit over the next month and a half, and any changes based on CMVSS testing are going to be implemented. Then we will order all of those parts at once. That's why we've launched the investment raise, so we could start doing that over the next month. And then when the parts all show up, these next 3 will be built with all of the parts there. So we're just kind of building. That will mean that, yeah, we are probably building these trucks and when snow is on the ground. And I don't even say probably. I'm going to say almost certainly we will be building the trucks with snow on the ground.
I know you can't give a definitive answer, just throwing out the ballpark. Like, what do you think that timeline per truck build will be now with everything ordered? You've done one already. Like, what's the rough idea for build time?
We've got a rough idea. I don't want to speculate too much on it, because that's part of the whole, like, doing the product validation. We have to be careful, because if we're like, hey, we think it's going to take 2 weeks and it takes 3 weeks, people will be like, hey, you are misleading people. And you're like, I don't want to mislead anybody. It's just that we don't know. I don't think it's going to be too long. Like, we built a truck from basically scratch, everything said and done, in like 5 months. And that's like designing and building. So obviously it's not going to be that long.
As well as the supply, what is the turnaround?
Yeah, like the supply lead time is like 3 months on 90% of the parts. It's like you place the order, you get them in there. Some parts show up within like the next day. Some of them are awesome. They come out of Calgary. Our steel fabrication, pretty well 99% of that's all done in Alberta. They take, well, it'll be an interesting test, because so far they take about a week to make the parts, and it takes about a week for the parts to get there. But that's because we've been giving them parts one at a time as we go. Now we're going to see if in these next 3 is like, how do our manufacturers scale up with us? How long does it take them? Because I want to use the same guys. Obviously, we're going to use the guys that supported us at the start. If we give them an order of like, hey, here is 3 trucks, all the parts, start building and shipping them out. Number 1, quality assurance. We've got to make sure those holes are all lined up. Everything works good on these 3. And we got to make sure that we're getting the parts, and all parts aren't getting forgotten, getting lost. That's a nice little mini test, but I don't know how long it's going to take for them to make 3 parts worth of truck. But it took 1 week at a time to build each part, and then the exponential amount of parts, but they're also not doing, so it'll be interesting.
And then factoring out lead time, let's say we have the capital, we can have 10 trucks worth of parts there ready to go. We've already ran some production tests down there. The numbers are going to vary greatly. They should be much shorter, because right now the biggest thing for us for time is obviously engineering it to get the part or the placement of it, and then it's the ordering. But if everything's all done and everything's right there, like we have internal projections that are pretty nice. We just can't give any forward-looking statements. Yeah.
My phone is very close to being dead, so I think I gotta definitely get off. But if you guys are done too.
Yeah.
Well, we should just touch quickly on, I've seen a comment coming a bunch. MCON's being worked on right now. And
yeah, MCON, there's a great video on YouTube about it. It's all the changes we made. So we built the undisclosed truck that's doing undisclosed things. And then what we learned on a lot of building on that and a lot of building on MCON is that we built that thing. We went back, we looked at where we could improve our efficiencies. We realized that we were having too many batteries. We didn't need 6 battery packs. It was excessive. Now we're trying it out with 2. We've changed like how the air compressor, power steering work. We've made upgrades, so we're just making those changes and upgrades into MCON, and then we'll go and be delivering MCON so that they can do their rig up now. As soon as those changes work and we see the feedback that we're expecting, it'll go to MCON, and then it'll get rigged up here in the next month or 2.
Okay, let's call it.
Awesome. Yeah, all right. Thanks, guys.
Jordan's phone's in a diet. Remember to stick around so your videos can upload for me.
Yeah.
All right.